Hello my fellow Welt lovers. Okay, buckle the hell up because Honkai Star Rail 3.5 beta just launched its V3 beta update and it is wild out here. We're talking about big, juicy changes to Hysilens and Cerydra'S, and I'm absolutely losing my mind over some of the decisions Hoyoverse made. If you're a DOT enjoyer, you're going to ascend. If you were hoping Cerydra'S would finally get the glow up she deserves, not so fast. We've got buffs, nerfs, and straight-up character kit overhauls to dive into, and I'm not holding anything back. So get comfy, hydrate, and maybe keep a tissue box close, because this ride is as emotional as a Kafka side story. Topping up in Genshin or Star Rail can get expensive, and let's be honest, we've all seen those in-game prices and wished they were just a bit lower. Well, that's exactly what LD Shop is here for. This is LD Shop, the official top-up platform developed by the LD Player Emulator Group. It lets you top up your favorite games like Genshin Impact and Star Rail at huge discounts, up to 23% off or more. And yeah, it's super easy to use. All you need is your server and UID, and your top-up will show up in-game within just a few minutes. It's safe, reliable, and used by thousands of players. You can even compare prices, for example, something like the Supply Pass or a 6480 Stellar Jade Bundle. It's way cheaper here than in-game. If you register using my link, you'll get a 15% off coupon and an extra 5% off coupon, which can save you up to $50 on your first top-ups. Plus, LD Shop gives you the same first top-up bonus you get in-game, so you're not missing out on anything. And if you're planning to spend more, here's a bonus. If you spend over $80, you'll unlock VIP status, which gives you a free supply pass and more perks. So if you're looking to save while still getting everything you normally would in-game, just use the link in the description and get Feign or the Fate collab characters while saving more. Let's start with our newly crowned queen of DOT, Hysilens. Honestly, I didn't expect them to touch her at all. Her V1 kit was already ridiculously stacked, insane DOT output, good team utility, and a solid ultimate that just hit different. But even back then, there were a few crusty little caveats that made her feel just slightly off from perfection. The most annoying one? That absurd 130 energy ULT cost. Like, come on. Unless you were running full energy rope and praying to Arangasus, you were only getting that ultimate once in a blue moon.
But now,
they dropped her energy requirement to 110 in the latest patch, and suddenly she feels like a whole new woman. This change alone means she's way more consistent in fights, especially in longer boss battles where cycling your ults is everything. If you're in a DOT comp, this isn't just a buff. This is a straight-up revolution. But wait, there's more. Her bonus traces got tweaked too, and honestly, I love what they did here. Instead of focusing purely on attack boosts, she now gets a speed bonus that jumps from 9 to 14. This is so much better because hitting key speed breakpoints in HSR can literally make or break your rotation. Hysilens speeding up means she's dropping zones, applying DOTs, and generating skill points faster, and that's huge when she's the core of your team. Now, the second trace, this is where things go nuclear. Her old trace tried to help her apply DOTs when allies attacked. Sounds fine, right? But in practice, it was completely redundant because she already had like 100% uptime on all her DOTs. It did nothing. So, what did Hoyoverse do? They just yeeted that trace and replaced it with her E1. Yes, they took her first Eidolon and made it part of her base kit. What does it do, you ask? Oh, just detonate all active DOTs when she ults for 150% of their original damage. Are you joking? This turns her into a literal DOT bomb, and I'm here for it. Not only that, she now also generates a skill point whenever she ults. This synergy is so slick it makes my brain melt. She's ulting more often thanks to the energy buff, and now every ULT not only detonates DOTs, but refunds a skill point to keep your team's economy smooth. You can feel the utility flowing through her code. And then we get into the Eidolon changes. New E1? Now it gives the whole team a 24% boost to all DOT damage. Hello? That's not an E1. That's practically a new relic set. Between her upgraded traces and her boosted Eidolons, Hysilens is basically carrying entire DOT teams on her beautifully buffed shoulders. We're talking synergy with Kafka, Black Swan, even characters like Ginelifin or Sampo benefit from her DOT detonation mechanics. Add in her light cone changes that now stack up DOT damage with every debuff and give speed boosts to allies. She is literally the nucleus of the DOT meta. This isn't just a buff, it's a coronation. If you weren't planning to build her, rethink your life choices. Immediately. Now onto the tragedy of our story, Cerydra'S. And let me start by saying, I want to love her. I really do. Her concept is fire, buff-based support with a military-flavored aesthetic, great synergy with characters like Archer and Phanon. But this patch? Oof. It feels like they showed up, gave Hysilens a whole cake, and tossed Cerydra'S a granola bar and called it a day. Let's talk about what she did get. Her skill now gives an ally a buff called Military Merit, which at 6 charge stacks upgrades to Purge. That version dispels crowd control, gives 72% crit damage on skill use, and if Cerydra'S in her departed state, which is tied to her ult, the target also gets 10% all-type resistance penetration. Okay, cool. That sounds pretty spicy on paper, right? Except it only works on one ally at a time. And if you switch the target, boom, back to 0. Charge stacks reset. All the momentum gone. She does have some cool synergy tools though. Her technique auto-applies military merit to the first ally you switch to, so you get that initial buff for free. Her talent lets her gain charges when an ally with merit uses basic or skill attacks, and those allies also get a 24% ATK bonus based on her own stats. But again, it's so specific. It feels like they built her entire kit around working with 1 or 2 characters. If you're not pairing her with someone like Phanon, she becomes mid at best. And that sucks because the foundation is there. It just needs more versatility. Now, her Hysilens do go hard, not gonna lie. At E1, your buffed ally ignores 16% defense, or 20% if using the upgraded Purge version. E2 adds a monstrous 40% flat damage increase, and gives Cerydra'S herself a 160% boost when that ally is on field. E6 though? That one is nuts. It lets the buffed ally trigger a massive wind follow-up from Cerydra'S, dealing 360% of her ATK and stacking up to 20 times. Oh, and they added a bonus where she gets 20% all-type resistance penetration when her buff is active, too. So, yeah, her Hysilens basically make her into a second DPS if you've got the means to push her that far. But all of that is locked behind the Hysilens, and her base kit still feels so limiting. She doesn't offer team-wide buffs, no healing, and no cleanse unless you charge her fully. She's trying to be a hyper-buffer for 1 unit, and 1 unit only. That's fine when your comp is built around it, but in a game where flexibility is key, especially in Memory of Chaos, it's just not enough. It's not that she's bad, it's that she's incomplete. And when you put her side by side with Hysilens, who just got a golden throne and a crown made of broken DOT mechanics, the comparison hurts even more. Still, I'm holding out hope. This is the beta, after all, and changes happen every week. Hoyoverse has to be watching the feedback on this. Cerydra'S numbers aren't the issue. It's the structure. Give her more consistent uptime on her buffs, make her less niche, and let her play nice with a wider range of DPS. She could easily be the next must-pull support with just a few smart adjustments. So yeah, final thoughts? Hysilens is a 10 out of 10 certified DOT queen, fully blessed by the RNG gods and practically begging to be your next hyper-investment. And Cerydra'S, well, she's still in the barracks. Cool concept, lots of potential, but needs more field training before she's ready to lead a squad. What do you all think? Are you building Hysilens immediately? Still holding out for Cerydra'S buffs? Let me know, because I am dying to hear your takes, and maybe scream into the void with you if they nerf Hysilens before launch. Catch you all next time, peace out.